Hello and welcome to another Murders Karlov Manor draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and we are still climbing. We're currently ranked number 2, going for number 1. Hope to open something nice. I'm just gonna click ready. I just want to see. I gotta see the pack. I need something nice. We've been whiffing so many times. Now, if you've enjoyed this content, I did launch my Patreon channel. Check it out. Link is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. What do we have? Is it mold time? We've mold before. We've mold before. Anzrag the Quake mold, 4 mana, 8/4. It's a giant beat stick, really hard to block, very easy to splash. Red green is, I almost never draft red green. I just don't think it's a very good color combination. So that's the one kind of reason to not take it. But what am I taking here? What else am I taking? The commons are whatever. There's an escape tunnel. Get a leg up is the other consideration if I didn't want to take the Anzrag here. I'm taking the Anzrag. Come on. Come on. You take the Anzrag and then you just try to figure things out, okay? That's kind of my plan here. Now, Niv Mizzet, on the other hand, might be a trap. Niv Mizzet here might be a trap. What else is there in this pack, though? Nothing green that really stands out to me. If I want it to be red-green, Case of the Trampled Garden can be pretty good. The best card in the pack is Perimeter Enforcer. It doesn't go very well with our first pick of Anzrag, but I shouldn't necessarily have that determine what my second pick ends up being. I could take Gadget Technician, though, and just avoid all the white stuff. There's a bunch of white cards in this pack, but I think Gadget Technician, if we end up red-green, it's fine. If we end up blue-green, Splash Anzrag, it's also fine. So I'm going to take the Gadget Technician for flexibility here, because we can end up anywhere with this start. And I think Gadget Technician is just very likely to make our deck. Here, the most powerful card by far, oh man, Case of the Shattered pack into Niv Mizzet. That would have been a cool thing. I just generally don't like 5 colors that much, but if I get enough powerful cards, I'll certainly head down that direction. Now we have the choice between Coerce to Kill and Shock as the best options. If I want it to be a blue-green base deck, I could take the Coerce to Kill and splash it, or I can just take Shock as a good, cheap, efficient removal spell. I'm going to take Shock. I think Coerce to Kill is more powerful, has more upside, but I think with our start, we could very easily end up in just a straight red-green deck, right? And I think, given that we have the Anzrag, we're just likely to be red anyways with the Technician. So I'm going to take the Shock over the higher upside pick in the Coerce to Kill. And now I'm going to take Nervous Gardener here. Very, very happy to pick that up. Definitely the best card in this pack. Coral Whipcracker is nice, but not really on the splash. You kind of want to be base black-green, then it can be pretty good. But outside of that, I mean, Nervous Gardener, hands down, the best card in that pack. And it looks like, I said I don't like going red-green that much. But, I mean, this is a 5th pick 10th Street Gossip. It seems like it's the best card for me to take here. Rubabout Maverick's also okay. I mean, but maybe this is just a red-green deck. You just draft what's available. And this might be what's available for us here. Could be aggressive, we'll see. I don't really play the Gadabout that often, but maybe this could be a Pompous Gadabout deck. Now, this is a very weak pack in general. There's an Unscrupulous Agent as the best card, I believe, in this pack. Officious Interrogation can be interesting, but we're nowhere close to being able to play that one. So I could take Pompous Gadabout. This is good if I'm looking to play, like, Fanatical Strengths and such. So I guess I'll just take that and just try to cut the green. Bite Down on Crime. Holy cow. That's a really late Bite Down on Crime. Green. This is a great sign that green is likely open. Seeing a pack with Bite Down on Crime, Fanatical Strength, and Vengeful Creeper. I love all these cards, and I basically almost never cut them in my green decks. Happy enough to take Bite Down on Crime. I do think it's the best of these options, but noting that Fanatical Strength is insane with Anzrag. But in red-green, I feel like some combination of Chases On, Fanatical Strength, Get a Leg Up. Like, it's easier to get combat tricks than picking up something. Oh my gosh, an 8th pick hard-hitting question. All right. Green. Oh, and the Get a Leg Up tabled. Okay. I mean, green's open, right? Green is open. I don't know if red's necessarily open. Certainly red-green as a color combination could be open, but we could just end up with a very, very green-heavy deck. splashing the Ansrag and maybe the Shock, something along those lines. Didn't see that many blue cards. Saw some black, but this is where we're at for now. I guess I'll take the Mortipede here. I'm just not interested in being white in this pack. And the Bolus was taken. The Bolus was taken, and here's a case of the Shattered pack. But I'm happy enough picking up the Vengeful Creeper here. I don't know how much I like the Gadget Technician if I'm red. And black, I mean, certainly could be black, green, splash, red if we do end up with a bunch of the black cards as well. There was that late Unscrupulous Agent. What did I take over the Unscrupulous Agent? Pompous Gadabout? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I kind of wish I had Unscrupulous Agent just to have more flexibility there. But hey, even if you just look at these 8 cards, and that's a last pick Presumed Dead, which is a totally fine combat trick. So, gonna make sure we keep an eye open here for what's available. But right now, all we know is that we're green, and we're gonna play the Ansrag. And maybe the Tintry Gossip. Probably red-green, to be honest. Here we have the choice between Nervous Gardener and Repulsive Mutation on the splash. Now, we already have a Nervous Gardener, and I think Repulsive Mutation is awesome. So I'm going to take the Mutation. I think it's one of those cards that's so powerful that it's worth splashing. So let's just go ahead and take the Mutation here, and probably end up in like red-green, maybe splashing the Mutation, something along those lines. Although I also do love Nervous Gardener. Hey, that's Niv Mizzet number 2. Niv Mizzet number 2. Now, this is a blank of a pack. This is a total miss. If we were interested in black, we could take the Murder. But look, I need 2-drops. I only have Nervous Gardener, so I'm just going to take this Gravestone Strider. It's just going to help us splash the Repulsive Mutation. And even with cards like Gadget Technician, which I'm playing as a face-down card that I can flip up for double red, with Gravestone Strider, you can play this turn 4 potentially, so don't mind picking up the first copy of the Gravestone Strider in this deck. Now we'll take Shock. We'll take Shock out of this pack. Forensic Researcher, Granite Witness are the other cards to consider here. But given that we're trying to be red-green base, don't want to take it necessarily here. We didn't see much blue in pack 1. So like I said before, I think I want to try to focus on a red-green base. All the Crawl Whipcrackers. Chalk Outline is definitely something you could be looking to do in a black-green deck, but not something that we want to do here. A pretty underwhelming fourth pick here, but I'm going to just take Vengeful Creeper out of this pack just to fill out my curve and move on. All right, here we'll take a Dogwalker for our red-green deck. Nothing, man, this pack is just weak in general, right? Just like, you're not really happy about most of these cards, so I'll take this. Like I said, not super happy. And finally, our best pick out of this pack, 7th pick, Reckless Detective, premium 2-drop. Very, very happy to pick this up. You know what? It's actually not surprising because there was that pack with the 3 green cards. I think the person we're passing to could end up in green, given that green just felt so open from the right side. But it's okay because we're going to get rewarded here in pack 3. But very, very happy with the Reckless Detective pickup here. And yeah, decent start here. I'll take the Branch of V2 Ghazi. Probably not going to play it, but there's a chance. Oh, I don't mind the Exit Specialist. I don't mind it. Like, if we're going to splash, it's still a face-down card. And this is a type of effect that's still good in the late game. And if we're already splashing the Repulsive Mutation, I think it's a completely fine creature to play here. So, happy enough with that late Exit Specialist here. And we have this pack. Don't really like Flotsam Jetsam. Not a big breakout fan. There's a bunch of playable cards. This doesn't feel like a They Went This Way deck. I mean, maybe I take this breakout. What does this do? I'll take a Braggart. Take another Braggart. All right, we're just getting mono unplayables. I mean, pack 2 just sucked in general. So you can find a creature. And if it's a 2-drop, you can put it into play. I don't think it's a card I want, but certainly something that could end up in my deck. All right, moving on here. You do exist, although we can't take it. That's a Novice Inspector that we're not going to take for our deck. I think I'm just going to take another Shock here. Shock is just awesome. Vengeful Tracker is a consideration, but I'm happy enough just picking up Shock number 3 here. Oh, that's another card worthy of splashing. Vannifar. So the person passing to us is not in blue-green specifically, but we're going to slam Vannifar, and we're going to splash. I mean, we're just kind of all three colors. Definitely looking for mana fixing here. That's all I'm going to say. We do have a Gravestone Strider and a Nervous Gardener. Could use a little bit more, though. Could use a little bit more. So there's a Topiary Panther in this pack, and I think we simply just have to take this card here. Loxodon on the Eavesdropper, I think, is a little bit of is a slightly better card. And if our fixing was better, I could consider it. But Topiary Panther is just awesome. It gets us the blue source that we need. So we're going to take the Panther here. Just literally the card that we were asking for. And now we have this pack. Forensic Gadgeteer doesn't seem especially good. Nothing to really do anything with the clues. I don't really think this is a good case of the Trampled Garden deck. I think I just want to pick up more creatures if possible. Honestly, this is an unexciting pick. I don't like Case of the Shattered Pact. So I'm just going to take Crowd Control Warden just because I just want to make sure that I hit my creature count. So I'm going to play this as a face-down card for our deck. And now we have this pack. Certainly seeing some blue, but definitely good green cards here as well. There's Hard-Hitting Question versus Fanatical Strength. I'm still going to just, Bite Down on Crime. I'm still just going to take Bite Down on Crime. We took the Panther. Happy enough with this Bite spell here. 3, 4, 5. So now we have 8 spells. So I really just, Out Cold is good. We could have been blue-green, but this is where we are now. No point looking back at that. I'm going to just take Rift Burst Hellion here as just another face-down creature to play. Just because I think we just need to end up with enough playables here. We are a little bit light on cheap things to play, but we do have the 3 shocks, right? So that does help shore up our weakness in the fact that we don't have things to do early. Shock is the thing to do early. So if you think about it, Shock is still like another 3 things we can play on turn 2 that can potentially interact with what our opponents are trying to do. This does not feel like a Felonious Rage deck. I don't know why I take this to Deuce. I don't know why I took it. I might actually have to take this just to make my mana just a little bit better. And I'm slamming Sanitation Automaton. Yeah, blue-green could be the color combination that we needed to be here. But, this is still fine. I had an Andrag. I picked up a late 10th Street Gossip. We have triple shock, right? So I think this is still a fine place to end up given everything. Okay, so this is our curve. It looks fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spells, and the rest are creatures. I do like that distribution here. And with the Sanitation Automaton and the 3 shocks, 7 things to interact with a potential 2-drop from the opponent, which is nice. And yeah, I'm reasonably happy with this. We have 2 blue cards. I guess 3, but this is a face-down card at worst. With 2 islands, a Public Thoroughfare, a Topiary Panther, and a Gravestone Strider and a Nervous Gardener. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just not going to play this card. I just hate that card. I'd rather just play 2 islands and then just go like 9 forests. Yeah. No, this looks good. 9 forests because we have the Panther to help us find the other cards. 6 mountains and 2 islands. 2 islands plus Gardener, Panther, and Strider still gives us 5 blue sources. So let's go with that. I really don't want to play the Public Thoroughfare. All right, Teamer beats. Turn 4 Vannifar every game, maybe? We'll see. All right. All right, I'm going to keep this because I have the Sanitation Automaton. And I'm going to hope that it finds us the green source. We have 9 green sources in our deck. So I'm going to hope that it finds us the green source. All right, Automaton, do some work here. Forest. No shock for us. At this point, I'll take any land. Any land, please? Oh, Neighborhood Guardian is going to get... Oh, there is the forest. Let's attack. Then let's go ahead and play Nervous Gardener face up, especially because we don't have a land drop next turn. Can go ahead and fetch an island here. Okay. All right, we're like pseudo racing here. Drawing a land would be very nice. Oh, there it is. Let's see what they do here. All right, that's good. We can flip this up, get our island. And now we will play... Actually, kind of interesting. The thing is, I can play a face-up Gadget Technician, but what's funny is I can also play a face-up Vengeful Creeper. And they're both pretty good. Like, next turn I can go... if I face down the Creeper, I can face up Gadget Technician and shock the Neighborhood Guardian, which doesn't seem bad. All right. It just does a really good job of utilizing all of our mana, which I like. Although now I kind of wish that I faced this down because of the Seasoned Consultant. But I don't think they can block my face down card here. I just don't, yeah, they just simply can't afford to. All right, let's go ahead and play the Technician. Let's shock Neighborhood Guardian. No nonsense here. And yeah, our board's looking fantastic. And we're pretty ahead on board here. So we're now in a spot where we can just leave up Repulsive Mutation most likely. Oh, they went and fetched an island, though. It's a little scary. Red Herring, okay. I am okay with that trade. And wait. A Forensic Researcher on the splash? That's really weird. Do I just play the Panther? I think so. Like, this mutation's still just going to be good as a combat trick. And the Forensic Researcher does tap down something, so... They're probably going to tap down my Panther. How much evidence do they have to collect? They can do it one more time. Yeah, I guess we just pass. I'm just going to pass and leave up flipping up the Vengeful Creeper / keeping up Repulsive Mutation. Interesting. Person of Interest. All right, definitely countering that. Where do I want to put all my counters? Now, they can untap something, but yeah, let's target our Thopter, I guess. Oh. Vannifar is nice. So they can tap down my Panther. They have 1 white mana up. So if they tap down my Panther or my Flyer, block, I mean, they just die, right? All right, I'm just not going to worry about the Vannifar here. I'm going to go for a lethal attack. Yeah. They have a very odd deck. This must have been a train wreck draft deck, right? Like they're clearly like red-white, but they're playing like Braggart, and then they had to splash Forensic Researcher. So that's kind of one of those probably like you wanted to be Boros pretty badly, and it was like very contested, and then you ended up having to go Jeskai. All right, opponent on the play. Our hand is pretty bad. I'm going to ship this. There's just like no shocks, no 2-drops. Our mana's kind of awkward. This is interesting. I'm going to keep it. I'm just not sure what... I'm on the draw, so I think I'm pretty likely to draw at least one land. So I'm going to bottom this forest, because I can use the Panther to get a mountain. Or just draw the mountain. I guess I'll use the Panther to get a second mountain, because the Dogwalker requires double red. Alright, well, we're just getting Borosed out here. Yep. Probably just going to get run over here. Turn 2 red herring on the draw, and I don't have one of my shocks. But I mulliganed, right? I mulliganed, and I didn't find one of my shocks or any of my 2s. So if they have like a somewhat decent hand, I think we're just probably going to be too far behind. But we shall see. All right. Cycle the Panther. Let's take a look at our deck. I mean, do we need doubles for anything? I think... Yeah, let's just get the second red, I guess. Ooh. Could have been a green. I don't know. I mean, given that this is this is Dogwalker, like I can still flip up this Dogwalker and still cast Bite Down on Crime if I really need. I think I'm just going to take this here. Person of interest, okay? All right. I can kill the person of interest, flip over Dogwalker, make some creatures. I can also just play Ansrag. So a lot of different options here. I can also... I can't Reckless Detective. I do think I want to flip this up because then my Get a Leg Up gets better. I'm happy just like getting anything off the board here. So that's fine. I get 2 creatures next turn, plus the ability to cast Get a Leg Up, which I think there's a lot of value in that against a red-white deck that's going to have their own combat tricks. All right. Playing only one way here. All right. We're going to certainly have to play more defensive next turn. Oh, that's incredible. That is incredible. Okay. All right, now we're just playing the game of trying to survive. We're just trying to survive. Try our best not to block with the Vannifar. The reason why I put this face down is because Reckless Detective, I actually had the option of just casting, right? And it's a 2-drop. So that's why I'm kind of going for that. We're at 8 life. They have 3 cards in hand. This can go all kinds of terrible. You know, obviously a card like an On the Job or something would be pretty brutal. Sounds like they have a lot of options here too, which is just not great for us in general. Yep, we just have to block there. Is it On the Job? Good job. Yep, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, we're at 4. They have the clue as well. I mean, this now we can block. We have a repulsive mutation available as well. So hopefully we can slow them down here. We have the get a leg up as well. I'd rather use get a leg up than repulsive mutation. So I think I'm going to go Vannifar and Red Herring, Reckless Detective on Red Herring, face down card on their face down card, and hope it's not an offender at large or something like that. We'll see. Yeah, I just felt like it's really, like, the way that I win this, I think, is by keeping the Vannifar in play. So I just don't know that I could have blocked with the Vannifar. But maybe I could have put my creatures around a little bit. It's just like, and I mean, look, the classic Boros curve out hand into on the job is just going to be tough. Oh, okay, they have escape tunnel. Oh, this is horrible. I mean, it's going to be some big creature that they flip up, right? So I think I just have to pump it, and then I have to pump it and chump it. Oh, no, never mind. It has ward too. Yep. All right, good beats. Not too much we can do there. Like, if we were able to have like a bit of a quicker start there, but just falling too far behind off the mulligan with no 2-drops against Boros on the draw. GG. GG. All right, on the play. Keeping. We got Reckless Detective turn 2. Love that. I think I'm going to play that over Sanitation Automaton. Yeah, this hand's incredible. In fact, I might discard the Automaton. My hand is really good. Extract would be not great. All right. Could I discard a land? No, I'm just going to discard the Automaton. I guess next turn I can discard a land. I mean, not only that, like a 2-1 body against a Gravestone Strider is so weak. Wow, Escape Tunnel. Homicide Investigator, sure. I'm happy trading the Investigator with either of these face-down cards. Or either of my creatures. Let's pitch a forest here. Ooh, naturally drawing the island is very nice. Oh, Homicide Investigator will in fact block. All right. Let's flip over the Gardener. And what do we get? I guess it doesn't really matter anymore. Maybe... No, I mean, we have 2 green, 2 red. Let's just get green. With the pump spells that we have, I just feel like green is probably the color we're going to want most likely, but... Chalk Outline, okay. It's one of them decks. One of them decks. Okay. Let's discard Forest. They're gonna block. I bet they want the Gravestone Strider to die. But I'm gonna focus. I'm just gonna kill the Chalk Outline here. I can play Tin Street Gossip. The thing, I guess, I shouldn't be too concerned about what they can do there. But if they block, then they can make 2/2/2. So I don't even know that the Gossip is great. So yeah, let's go ahead and play Vengeful Creeper face down, and then keep up 2 mana. So we have Exit Specialist available, and if they want to kill our Vengeful Creeper, we can always bounce it and try it again. But Chalk Outline, if they play it, Their black-green base, certainly very, very scary. Cryptex. Collect evidence 3, okay? All right, let's see. Oh, hard-hitting questions is pretty nice. I actually don't want to discard any of these. So I don't think and this attack doesn't do much anyways. Let's just attack with this one. And this is one of those moments where just like, I don't want to deal with any shenanigans, okay? No shenanigans. They're blocking here because they want to cryptex with the chalk outline. They might want to block with Gravestone Strider because you get a ton of value. All right, there you go. Get that chalk outline out of there. I'm scared. I am scared. I am not afraid to admit that I am scared. All right, opponent takes 5. Okay, although they do have a big face down card and we have no idea what it is, so I have to tread carefully. Now, we do have the Access Specialist though, so that's pretty nice. Like if I attack with Vengeful Creeper and they block with a face down card and they turn it up and it's a Riftburst Hellion, we can always bounce it and then just run out like 10th Street Gossip or something along those lines. Okay, drawing a card rather off the clue. So this, they still have access. I have to just remember that this is a mana source. Another face down card, sure. All right, let's attack with Vengeful Creeper. Okay. Let's bounce Gravestone Strider. I mean, they could have a combat trick, of course. Oh, it's just Nervous Gardener. Don't mind that at all. Then we can just run out 10th Street Gossip. I mean, great exchange for us. Basilica Stalker, okay. And if they have a sweeper here, then we can still follow it up with Dogwalker plus Riftburst Hellion. I think they're just going to start collecting evidence for value. To be able to surveil 3, draw 3. You need 5 counters on it though, so why is it such a high number? Right? That just take like the payoff. I feel like the payoff needs to be better if you want to get this up to 5. Oh, there's the Wrath. I mean, we talked about it. It is what it is. I don't know if I'm supposed to play around Wrath there. It's like they got a 4 for 1. Like, it was looking really good for us, and now it's... I mean, they have a Gravestone Strider, and we bounced their creature. It's kind of rough. What did they exile? My land? My forests? Wait, so that just means I'm more likely to draw action? Didn't they help me? Holy cow, please play... I've had to pause so many times. Okay, Alright. Let's do this. And let's do this. The reason why I'm doing this is they both can attack through and kill the Gravestone Strider. All right, they're getting a mana here with their Cryptex. And we'll see what happens. Okay, they got back. They've got a brew, I will say. They've got a brew. My only thing is like, is it worth like hard-hitting questionsing the Homicide Investigator? I actually would not mind a land here. Okay, so no, that's perfect. Yeah, let's kill it. Because otherwise they can like chomp and draw cards, chomp and draw cards. And I really want to just put like maximum pressure here. And right now they just don't have a great block. Because Crowd Control Warden's a 5/5 and the other one's a 6/7. Okay. And yeah, so Rift Burst Hellion, we can flip up as a 6/7, and they're continuing to try to get value here with the Cryptex. It's on 3 now, so they're almost there. So I want to try to end the game out before they can get to that spot. Okay. Okay, Snarling Gorehound doesn't really matter. Okay, face down card. Yep. So Cryptex will go off, so that's going to be very, very good for them. But hopefully we have just enough pressure here to finish things off. We only play one way. All right. They're down to 8. 2 big attackers. Next turn, they're going to be able to get some value here with the Cryptex. No, actually, they won't. They won't. Because it's Collect Evidence 3, so they have to exile 2 things here. And so then they're going to need to find one more thing to put into the graveyard here. Which they could do if they find another thing to put into the graveyard. Okay, they got the Fairy Snoop. All right. The question is, can they fight through what we have here? And, I mean, they're going to be able to dig pretty deep here. Cryptex will go off here now, and they can Surveil 3, draw 3. So we have a big board, but if they find, like, the necessary removal spells here, they can certainly get it done. All right, Cryptex trigger. I think this is the first time I've seen this trigger in my hundreds and hundreds of matches of this format. Congratulations, Renator. All right. They kept 2 on top, so they really like what they have. A little bit concerning. Gorehound beats. Taste it. Oh my god, that's... Ugh. Yeah, now I wish I kept the hard-hitting questions. I feel like I just played this game like complete trash. Like the Wrath got me. I might have preemptively used this removal spell. Okay. Chalk Outline doesn't do much here. Get this Teysa out of here, please. Fine. Okay. They have a Chalk Outline, some stuff in the yard. There are 11 cards left. Can we deck them? I don't know. Man, I was kind of hoping that they would take the 6 here so I can just shock them out. The nice thing here is that I can flip over my Gadget Technician so they can't even get a safe attack in with the Snarling Gorehound to try to trigger the Teysa again. So I think we're relatively safe from having that happen. Huh. Well, I'm certainly going to block here. And I guess now I can just save the shock, right? Oh, did they have a combat trick? Oh, Slice from the Shadows? Okay, in that case, I'm going to want to shock the Snarling Gorehound here so that I don't take any damage, so that Teysa doesn't trigger. They're at 8, and we need to draw something nice, I guess. So they get a 1/1 here, which can block my Rift Burst Hellion. What are some good draws here? I guess the Andrag would be very nice. Okay, face down card. Nothing for them. I'll keep a Thopter back. See how they block. I'm going to keep this land in my hand. This just makes it so that they can't get in for a trivial attack, because if they attack me and connect, they get to make another blocker, right? So by attacking with these two, it still forces a block, puts them low, and I can still like block the face down card here. Actually, if they attack with both, I'm just going to take it. Because it's getting in regardless. But the thing with this is it does force them to attack with both creatures, and they're at 3, right? I have lots of shocks in my deck. Even if they play a blocker and make a Thopter, like a shock off the top does it now. Man, I'm seeing all kinds of cards I have not... I'm seeing a lot of cards I haven't had cast against me. Let's just put it that way. Certainly attacking with this. Yeah, I think they might actually stabilize here, which is unfortunate. Probably a couple of tiny things we could have done differently here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait, why would they do that? That doesn't work. What is going on? They could have sacked it to the agency corner. They just throw away Presumed Dead. Okay. What are you? Of course you're Rift Burst Hellion. Of course you're Rift Burst Hellion. It's like the one creature, right? Alright. Shock would do it. Shock off the top. Bite down on crime. Let's go. That also gets it done. Wow. Woo. Boom. Did not expect to win that one. That was a grind fest. Oh, they had sweepers. They cracked their cryptex. We had to fight through some chalk outlines and macabre, like all kinds of stuff. I'll take it. But man, I do not want to play too many more games like that. That took way too long. You ever play those games where you're just like, can I go? I'd like to leave. Can you like, it's kind of where I'm at, where I was at with that one. All right. Topiary Panther getting an island into Vannifar. I am in for this. Definitely in for this. Turn 1 Snarling Gorehound from the opponent. Almost tempting to get a mountain. But not quite. Okay. Hey, turn 2 Thoroughfare. I don't mind. Just means they're not playing a 2-drop. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle. Get the island for us. And then play Nervous Gardener. And see what they do. Face down card for the opponent. Ooh, Unscrupulous Agent. Okay. I'm actually curious what I need to do here. I mean, it's probably just jam Vannifar. And then am I okay trading face down cards? I don't think so. Just because I can put counters on them. I could also just put a counter on Nervous Gardener. Is that bad? An attack? Like, what do I want to face down here anyways? And putting a counter, having a 3/3 in play doesn't seem bad. Yeah. Let's just force them to have a removal spell here. If they don't, then they're just in huge trouble. Cheeky attack. Cheeky attack. All right. This is fantastic. Okay. Let's think. Let us think. I can just choose to cloak another card, or I can just put 3 counters on everything. Both are very good options. Keeping up Repulsive Mutation now does seem pretty good. I don't want to miss a land drop here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and get my Mountain. And then I'm going to cloak a Gadget Technician. And then I will chill. Man, Gadget Technician is so nice with Vannifar. But the nice thing about what we have going on right now is we can flip up Tin Street Gossip if they don't play anything, right? Which is what I think I want to do. It just gives me access to a bunch more mana. Alrighty. Oh, man. They do have 4 mana up, so that's something to consider. I'm just going to start putting counters on these 2 things. And that's going to put pressure on them for sure. Yeah. I'm just trying to play this as carefully as possible while just trying to get ahead on resources. So now, end of turn, I can flip over Gadget Technician. Don't care about face down cards. And I don't care about trades either. Oh, actually, they got rid of Get a Leg Up. That's really nice. And I can actually shock this face down card, even. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm liking this, but I think we're kind of getting to the point where we can start attacking, which I like. I don't know that I want to attack with Tin Street Gossip just yet, though. So let's just do this so that I have more mana for Repulsive Mutation. Because at this point, I don't need to get the Cloak here. I'd rather just put +1/+1 counters on everything. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to use the mana here, play this, and then I can just start attacking with, you know, the Gadget Technician here can certainly attack. And maybe the Dog Walker as well. Actually, I think these are pretty good attacks. Let's just do that. And then next turn we can get in for a pretty healthy attack. I'm happy getting this Mortipede off the battlefield, keeping up Repulsive Mutation, and then next turn swinging for the fences here. Makeshift Binding. Definitely countering that. I just got to figure out what I want to target. Could be my Thopter, could be... Actually, it's probably just the Nervous Gardener. It just spreads all the power and toughness around, which is nice. And next turn I can just attack with everything. Here we attack and say, good luck! Honestly, I could have let that resolve. I totally forgot that I had a Vengeful Creeper. 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, plus 5, 16. They probably have a combat trick there, okay. I think I just flipped this up just to get in for maximum damage. Oh, sorry. For maximum lethal damage. Man, we are on our A game today. We are playing our A game today. This is where after this draft finishes, we just go up, go for a little walk. Go for a little walk. Weather's okay. Okay, opponent on the play. We have a pretty good hand. Pretty good hand. Man, Repulsive Mutation continues to be super awesome, super impressive here. We have Gravestone Strider into Dogwalker into Ansrag. into Repulsive Mutation. But we are on the draw. And our opponent led with Plains. And here comes a mountain. Oh. Hey! We drew Vannifar. Vannifar's busted. We just need to find land number 4 here. Oh, and our opponent missed on a land there, which is amazing for us. Let's play this face down. And pass. Just don't kill my Gravestone Strider. And we're good. I mean, even if they kill Gravestone Strider, like, we have Anzrag. Alright, well this is unfortunate for them, of course. Well, wait. Curious what I do. Oh, okay. Never mind. They had the answer. I can flip this up, but it doesn't seem that great. I guess I can actually just attack with everything here, right? And if they block either face down card, it's pretty decent for us. They might just block the Gravestone Strider, to be honest. I think my play is... Okay, I guess we just flip up Anzrag. Get in there! I was gonna flip up Dogwalker and then just play like Vengeful Creeper face down, because if we draw land number 6, we can cast Makeshift Binding. If this also works, they have to have another Makeshift Binding here or they're in a lot of trouble. Can I force them to attack? Not yet. Don't want to block the Anzrag. You're going to die. Let's see. This is an attack for 11. If I flip this up, it's an attack for 12, and I get a couple of 1/1s. And then I just keep up Repulsive Mutation, and I think that's just game. Actually, I can just play Vengeful Creeper. That might be better. I do it like this. And then I still have the ability to flip this up next turn or cast Repulsive Mutation, which I will use to target my Gravestone Strider. Sure. And this should do it. Just I feel like, remember we had a deck with Vannifar and Anzrag before and we got a trophy, so it's only fair, right? If we get another trophy. This is just the mythic legend tandem that's unbeatable. They don't really even have any synergy, but they're just both really good cards. Vannifar much better than Anzrag. All right, we are on the play. I'm going to keep this. Sanitation Automaton, once again, you're going to have to help us, okay? We need a couple lands. We have a really great hand here with Anzrag and such. But this is like keeping a 2-lander on the draw. It's almost the same. Red-white deck from our opponent. Turn 1 Crobat Haumph. But the big thing here is land number 4, right? We have Hard-Hitting Question, Bite Down on Crime, and Anzrag. Like a mountain or an island would be incredible. Come on! Yes! There we go. All right, Anzrag. Let's hope they don't have a Makeshift Binding here. It's 2 mana. They're going to use Crobat Haumph for defense, maybe? Okay. Oh. It could be like a... Dog Walker or something, maybe? Something along those lines? I mean, still probably want to kill it, right? It could be a Gadget Technician. Alternatively, I can kill Seasoned Consultant and attack with this face down card. Is that better? And just not attack with Anzrag? That could be better, actually. It's just a better use of my mana. So what I can do here is just not attack with Anzrag and attack with these two face down cards. And then I can play Crowd Control Warden. Oh, okay. Well, this is specifically very bad if they have Gadget Technician, but it's okay. We still have Bite Down on Crime here, so that if their plan is to somehow find a thing in play to make it so that the Anzrag can't attack, then we can Bite Down. And now it's on a creature that doesn't have Ward, so I can safely use the Bite Down here too. Red Herring, second main phase Red Herring. Okay. Huh. All right. I think we Bite Down on Crime with one of these face down cards. Because they can't kill this anyways, so let's just do this. And if they have an Auspicious Arrival, then I can still attack with a bunch of these other things. And this card, I think, is worse than the Crowd Control Warden, so if they block with the Red Herring here, it's okay. Okay, so they have an Auspicious Arrival, or a Shock, or a Felonious Rage. But I get another attack here. Okay, Auspicious Arrival, sure, alright. So they were able to deal with that. We're going to get another attack in. And yeah, okay. No, so our opponent... Look, the Anzrag still was able to get in for a lot of damage here. Crowd Control Warden can still flip over as a 5/5, which is really nice. So still a good amount of pressure on our opponent. Because when Red-White's on the back foot, they do have a tough time coming back because they're just... they're playing their cards like Person of Interest, just like creatures that don't have the biggest stats, right? So when they're behind and I'm able to flip over one of my giant face-down creatures, they tend to be in some trouble. Vengeful Tracker. Market Watch Phantom, sure. They might block both, which is fine. Okay. All right. So now it's just Crowd Control Warden versus whatever else they have, because we drew another land that turn. Would have really liked to draw something relevant. But Crowd Control Warden as a 5/5 is still not bad, but now I'm not feeling so great about this unless I can draw another follow-up here. Looks like they're on the Crowbar Haunch sack to make some dogs plan. If they play a 3-power creature and equip, that's also pretty tough. So yeah, really, really want to draw something here. It could be a Gravestone Strider. It could be an island. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna... this is actually tough. I don't actually know. Alright, so they're gonna make some 1/1s. I think it's just better to play the Panther. I think so. I'm not sure, though. Is it better to play the Panther? Or do I just get the blue source? I'm just going to play the Panther. Like, they're red-white. What can they do here, right? Other than just kill my creature. And I can still just find a blue source later. This just puts two very problematic large creatures in play, which red-white typically has trouble with. Alright, so that was good for them. Let's attack. Alright, let's kill the Vigilante. They're at 3. Yep, but they can certainly stabilize from this point now, but hopefully the Panther is just big enough to get us there. So what would have happened if they would be at 9, they would play Haza Vigilante, we counter it, right? And maybe they chump and they're still at 9, and then we have a 7/7 Crowd Control Warden? Yeah, I don't know. And the reason why I play that land is because if I draw Nervous Gardener, I want to be able to flip it, get an island, and have just more mana in play. All right, blue source for the win, shock for the win, blue source for the win. There you go. Look, you just naturally draw the island. That's all. Easy game. All right, and we do this for 6. Boom. Hadouken. Get in there. Repulsive mutation. Just gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, what is our record now? 4-1? 5-1. Okay. Let's keep it going. All right, opponent is going first. We don't have anything to do on turn 2, which is a little unfortunate, but we have all of our mana, so I think I'm going to keep this. But it's not the best hand. It's definitely not the best hand. We can cycle the Panther, get an island, but then that means this is a 5-land hand. Maybe I should mulligan? I don't know. I mean, if I draw a forest or another land, I can also just not cycle the Panther and then just play these face down and flip them up, and that just gives me another threat. Yeah, we drew all of our colors, so we're no longer cycling the Panther. Shock would be awesome. I'll take Vannifar. Vannifar is also awesome. I think I'm going to face down the Dogwalker because I can technically face up Gadget Technician if I want. Okay, so the escape tunnel here from them. My turn. Ooh. Let's play the Dogwalker here. And then slam Vannifar and see where things go. This hand certainly improved, right? We drew Vannifar into Repulsive Mutation. Best possible outcome outside of finding a shock for the Evidence Examiner, so I can't really complain. If they attack, I think I block. This could be a hard-hitting question. They're looking at my creature. Not a great use of their mana this turn, though. All day. Loxodon Eavesdropper, okay? You know, I actually think I'm going to Cloak a Mountain here. Just because if they have a removal spell, I actually get to turn my land into an actual relevant threat there. And now we can play Drago. Vannifar plus Repulsive Mutation is awesome. It is awesome. We're going to take the 4 here. Let's hope. This is the turn. Do not have a removal spell and we're good. Okay, well, they had it. Never mind. That's right. I don't think I want a mutation for 0 here. So I'm just going to keep the... I'm going to play the Technician here. And then just block the Eavesdropper and make a 1/1 here. Possibly. Damn. Why'd you have to have the Makeshift Binding? Not cool. Not cool. I mean, this would have been a great turn to keep up mutation, but I just feel like I don't have enough of a board state where I can just pass with all that mana up. All right. Let's see what they do. I mean, I can also, I can just slam the Panther next turn too. There's nothing that says you just have to always keep up mutation when you can, right? Face up Crowd Control Warden. Okay, that's a 5/5. Face up Topiary Panther. All right, they have 3 cards in hand, though. If they have a way to kill this Panther, it's pretty annoying. Definitely. We're at 14 life already. Oh, they have a Tolsimir. Holy cow. Interesting. Oh, man. Okay. No combat trick, which is good. Oh, that was amazing. That was incredible. Let's do that. I think I'm just going to attack with the Thopter and keep the Panther back, because this thing has lifelink. It feels like they have some kind of a trick here as well. But we have our trick as well, and they're kind of the one who kind of has to flinch in this spot. So if they use like a removal spell, that's fine. The question here is whether or not we should use mutation on anything. Probably. Like just making a giant flyer. This is a Buried in the Garden, so we're absolutely countering this. It looks like they also have a repulsive mutation of their own, in which case they're going to get us and we're going to lose, probably. But not much we can do there. Look, it's so good, even they're splashing it. Man, their deck is also powerful. They got a Tolsimir, Buried in the Garden. They're going to repulsive mutation us back. Yeah, it is what it is. Not too much we can do from that spot. Like, they had the removal spell plus the mutation. You just shake their hand. We're going to have to block Tolsimir and shock it now. We have 1 card left. It's a face-down creature. Okay. Looks, maybe it's a Vengeful Creeper. I don't even know what I can draw here. Like Riftburst Hellion, I guess. They got a good deck. Yeah, Riftburst Hellion is like the only... Oh! 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah. We were 2 mana short. 2 mana short. We're dead. Like, we have to chump the Crowd Control Warden, and then we go to 1. We can't come back from that, sadly. Yeah, so it's okay. Sometimes you lose to better decks, and that's what happened there. All right, 5 and 2. Man, our hand last game was pretty good. Okay. We have a keepable hand. It's all forests, but Gravestone Strider does mana fix us. And we have Ansrag and Crowd Control Warden here. So we're going to be leaning pretty heavily here on the Gravestone Strider for the mana fixing side of things. And our opponent has an absurd start here with turn 1 Novice Inspector into turn 2 Perimeter Enforcer. Let's start with the Gravestone Strider here. On the play, 1-drop, 2-drop, Inside Source. Yeah. Okay, well, good beats. I'm going to shock this before any shenanigans occurs. And I'm going to play Sanitation Automaton and try to find a land. We'll keep that. And the nice thing about the Automaton is, like, I don't mind if they have a trick here, so I'll just block. Okay, so this isn't on the job most likely. Like, this attack doesn't make sense otherwise, but I guess we'll just get them to use it here. It's not too bad. Or they just let this trade happen. It could have been a sick bluff. All right, well, they were representing on the job there, so I'm going to block with Ansrag. The 4 toughness here is very, very big. If they have Fanatical Strength, it's that's fine. Oh, them cracking a clue is awesome. This could... Oh, is this a Granite Witness? They just left up 2 white. Could be. Would love a land here. Okay, so that's really, really good. Do I attack with the Anzarag? It's so much damage. Sure. Yeah, this is good. Because they have, they're representing on the job. They might attack with everything, but we do have Repulsive Mutation available here. So I'm just going to block Inside Source and Novice Inspector, and then I can counter their on the job. And that's going to be pretty devastating, if that's what they choose to go for. Their deck is really good, though. I mean, just all premium. I don't know what their face down cards are, obviously, but... Let's go ahead and fetch that island. Now it's interesting because they have the 2 white mana up. I can play this face up. That's not bad. Oh, I can force a block. I'm gonna go to combat and see what they do. I think I'm supposed to play this face down. Wow. That is ridiculous. Well, I'm glad I didn't go for like some crazy combat trick. Okay, so this could not... Now it's bad. At least we got in for 8. Man. Okay. What was that attack then? Did they just not have it? I feel like they have it. Maybe they don't. Okay. I see. Oh. Hello. This becomes a 7/7 when it attacks. The flyer's kind of annoying, though. I just feel like I need to start putting some pressure back on them. Yeah, this is tough. Okay, so we are going to play around on the job here. I think we're going to get them pretty good. Block here. Well, let's just make the good blocks, sure. Something like that. Oh, shoot! No, wow, God, I went too fast! I'm an idiot! Oh my gosh, I needed to eat this Market Watch Phantom as well. Oh my God. Oh, Paul. How do you make these mistakes like this still? It's so frustrating. Like, how? Oh my God. This is so bad. Oh my goodness. This is hilariously bad. I cannot believe I did this. They literally should have one less creature in play. That's so bad. Oh my! I'm really upset. I'm really, really upset. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. Okay, let's do math here. Plus 6. 4 plus 6 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. Okay, this is lethal. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, Paul. That is not a play worthy of rank 2. That's just me going too fast. But Repulsive Mutation, once again, saving the day. Saving our butt. Because our opponent decided to attack and make a very aggressive attack. I'm really glad that they just didn't draw like a random 2-mana creature there to jump the Market Watch Phantoms. Like, that's good. That was going to be really tough to beat. All right, this hand has 3 Forest, Mountain Shock, Exit Specialist, and Get a Leg Up. I'm definitely keeping This we don't have a blue source for this Exit Specialist, so going to have to hope for the top of our deck for this hand to develop. But given that we have a cheap piece of interaction and a face down card, I got to keep. I think our opponent mulliganed here too. Okay, and drew another land, so not ideal. Leering Onlooker is like the perfect card against Shock, and we drew another land. Ugh. Back-to-back lands, at least be an island, you know what I mean? Oh well. Okay, so let's go ahead and Shock Clandestine Meddler so they don't get to Surveil. All right, Bite Down on Crime can kill something big. I should have waited till this resolved because it's actually a good thing that the Leering Onlooker can't block. Insidious Roots. Okay. All right. They're cooking. Riftburst Hellion, perfect draw for a land heavy hand like this. They're not blocking, so they're attacking. Makes sense. What is your last card in hand? Polygraph Orb. Okay, so they're going to be able to do some stuff with Insidious Roots now. And we're going to need to just beat them down in time. So would really, really be great if we can find another big threat here. That's perfect. We'll play a face down Technician, and this makes our get a leg up fantastic as well. So I think we have the tools here to pull this off now. They can collect evidence 3 from the Clandestine Meddler. They make a token. Never mind. They just cast Hide in Plain Sight. Okay. It's going to make things a lot more difficult. They're at 12. We'll see how things go. They can now collect evidence, but they don't get... oh, yeah, they get the double surveil. Yeah. Okay. Oh, whatever's on top they like. I don't know what that is. It's like a chalk outline or something. They're going to use Polygraph Orb here, right? And I'm just going to take 3. They get a plant. All right. What do we do? I don't see any good bite down on crime targets here. It feels like just a very big... It feels like we should just make a very big attack, and I don't want to bite down on crime anything here. I can bite down on crime like Snarling Gorehound, but I'd rather just flip up the Hellion. And I'm going to let this trade happen. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just flip over Hellion here. They blocked those 2 creatures. All right, let's maximize the damage that we can deal here. So if they don't have a flyer, okay? If they don't have a flyer, are you kidding me? Just all right. I mean, they kept on top for a reason. Hidden plains. How do my opponents have these decks? Oh. To be fair, we have Vannifar. I can't complain. I've been getting Izoni'd so much recently. It's actually kind of insane. Can I get this trample somehow? Man. Shock would have done it. Forest did not. Yeah, could have almost killed them. But Izoni obviously is just completely ridiculous. I mean, we have to kill Izoni. This gets chumped here. Izoni dies, and then they have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know. I think this is our only hope to win. They just don't block. This is hopeless. Yeah. This thing has menace too. All right, you know what? Good beats. It's not the insidious roots that got us. I mean, they drafted in it. It's the Izoni and the hide in plain sight. And I am definitely glad that we're going to be moving on to a different format where there's not as many completely ridiculous bombs. Actually, that might just be a lie. But anyways, all things considered, pretty happy overall with the result for this deck. Like the blue splash was absolutely amazing. The Vannifar was amazing. Andrek was all right. And Repulsive Mutation was just completely absurd. So that allowed us to really win a lot of games where we were just behind it, and we frankly just lost to decks that just overpowered us with more powerful bombs like the Izoni. I felt really good that game, and then obviously once they played Izoni, really bad. But decent curve. The spells were phenomenal. Triple Shock, Double Bite Down, Mutation, Get a Leg Up, Hard Hitting Questions, and overall, I just thought most of our creatures were pretty solid. And Gravestone Strider definitely did a lot of work to help us with our mana fixing. So ultimately, picking up 6 wins with this deck, pretty happy. And the climb continues. We are ranked 2. Ekin, how far ahead are you? We'll never find out. Still have the silver medal on. Going for the gold, but going for the gold on another day. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this content, I did launch my Patreon channel, so the link is in the description below. I do want to give a shout out to all the current patrons. I really do appreciate all of your support and all just the fun chats that we have in the Discord. It's all good times. But tomorrow is the day where we get that trophy and we get first place. That's my hope. That's my plan. So until then, I'll catch you next time.